Kelly Tripucka, Bill Lambier, Isaiah, and John Long for the Pistons. We're underway. Denver wins the tap. Dunn matched up against Long, goes baseline with his pass to Issel, and he rips the net, and the Nuggets lead 2-0. Boy, they score fast.
Fast, and a lot of them. You got to be ready to play defense when you play against these guys. You can't relax at all.
Pistons come down and set up a cross-quarter from Isaiah to John Long, and John ties it at 2. Rob Williams trying to push it up. Issel has it on top, a pump fake and a drive, and 2 more on Lambier.
The old man's supposed to have his back hurt, but evidently he's got a corset or something on because it doesn't look like it's bothering him at all.
Pistons trying for the tie. They go mid-post to Lambier. He guns over Issel and gets it. And we are tied at 4. What a start.
Well, nobody's going to miss.
Rob Williams trying to snake down the lane against the Pistons, draws contact.
I think that's going to be on Livingston, George.
It is.
That's the kind of situation that Cliff has found himself in a lot, where, you know, he's not playing the minutes that we need him to play because he's getting in foul trouble. And those are the kind of fouls.
For Denver, just underway, a minute's been played. Kelly Tripucka sends it low left Lambier, and he gets it down. We're tied at 6.
Nobody's missed yet.
Dan Issel will try again, and he'll score again from the wing for the Nuggets. It is 8-6, and we have played just over a minute.
Hey, this got to get you pumped up, Joe. I'll tell you, man. When I played, I used to love offense too.
Lambier finally with a miss, hollers for a foul call, doesn't get it. Nuggets rip the rebound down. Rob Williams nearly drops it. Vandaway gets it, goes in the lane, gets some Tripucka contact, and a foul on Kelly. Misses the shot.
Tough situation right there, simply because Kiki really forced that shot because he had 3 Detroit players around him, and he was of the frame of mind where he followed through, and that's where Kelly hit him on the arm on the follow-through.
Vandaway hits the first free throw, and Denver's suddenly up 3. He gets the next, and it's Denver by 4, 10-6. 10.5 to play in the first. Isaiah, Kelly gets a kick from Livingston, gets contact from English, and we get an Alex foul.
Little incidental contact, but Alex English did hit Kelly, even though he didn't hurt him. He didn't upset anything. The official had his mind made up to call that one.
Pistons go right of the lane to Long, and he fills it up, and it's 10-8. Pistons within 2, 10-10 to play in the first. Rob Williams on the wing against Isaiah. Top of the key, Vandaway back to English. Foul line extended right to Issel. He'll pump it, go down the lane, and throw it in over Lambier.
You got to get some help somewhere. Lambier cannot allow Issel to get around him. Issel is not that much quicker than Lamb.
12-8, a lot of years of going to the hole for him, though. Pistons go low to Tripucka, misses. And the scramble for the rebounds won by the Nuggets. Rob Williams on the run. Williams, a dump off to English. Baseline jumper too hard. Rebound Lambier way ahead to Kelly. And he will drive him down.
Denver got caught that time because of the big guards who like to rebound. Nobody was in the backcourt for defense.
Vandaway's way out. He fires it anyway and fills it up anyway.
George, I have not seen people shoot this well in some time, I tell you. Gee.
I haven't either. 14-10. Great players out on the floor. John Long works against T.R. Dunn. He misses the jumper. It's off the heel to English. Up it comes to Dunn. Pistons get back. It's only 2 on 3. They go to Vandaway on top to English. Left side Williams. Jumper over Isaiah goes. Denver by 6. It is 16-10.
I hope these Nets can last through this game. I tell you, they're burning them up right now.
They are up 5. John Long trying to slide by Dunn. Drops the ball, gets it back. They wanted a travel call here. Goes to Lambier and now to Livingston, and now we've got a whistle.
That's a good play there by Lambier and Livingston on a mismatch. Cliff Livingston had the guard on him down low, and it's a good foul, really. Both guards fouled him, Williams and Dunn.
They give the foul to Williams. Team fouls now even at 2 as Trapuka triggers to Isaiah. Now Kelly gets it back. Long gun over. Vandeweghe goes. They'll have a duel tonight. It is 16-12. Trapuka with 4. Williams by Isaiah, in and out. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Williams. That is his second personal.
That's a good, quick move there, and some adept ball handling by Rob Williams. But Cliff Livingston did his job, held his ground, and Rob Williams ran over him.
Back come the Pistons. Isaiah misses from downtown. Dunn rebound. Off to Williams to Issel to Vandeweghe for the dunk. Oh no!
Great block.
Away.
Great block by Cliff Livingston.
Livingston taps it away. Down to Long in the paint with a miss. Isaiah misses a tip, gets the ball, hands to John, who gets it down.
Pistons stayed with it on that, George. Stayed with it and got the easy hoop.
That's 6 for John at 16-14 Denver. English low against Livingston. He misses. Lambier rebound. The second leading rebounder in the NBA off to Isaiah. Isaiah will scoop and he scores.
Boy, he makes it look so easy. He lulled Rob Williams to sleep. Went right by him with the left hand.
16-16. Williams will try and gun it. He does and gets it over Isaiah from the wing for the Nuggets.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I can keep this pace up.
18-16. It's hard to talk this fast. 7:20 to play in the first. Denver by a deuce. Isaiah working against Williams. Foul line to Long. Back to Isaiah. Thinking about the gun. Now he'll send it. Ooh, kicks out no good to English. Midcourt to Williams. Spins by Long. Left wing Vandeweghe. Top of the key. So he can score from there. And he does from there. And it's 20-16 Denver.
This is unreal. This is unreal. Dan Issel in his 14th year. Boy, he's out of this world tonight.
He's 5 for 5. Back comes Trapuka with a post up and a Glasser. It's good, and it's 20-18. Kelly has 6. Issel right of the lane, throws it up over Trapuka, knocks Isaiah over getting the rebound. He won't get a foul, but he will get a travel, and we get a Denver timeout. 6:38 to play in the first. 20-18. The Nuggets lead the Pistons. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Can you hear all right? Oh, it's awful. Can you guys hear me? The sound is crazy, at least for us. It's like there's a whole lot of crowd in the right ear that's just on fire, and I can't hear me or Dave too well in the other ear. Maybe I'm not turning something up. What do you think? All right, thank you.
Yes.
It should be better now, Dave. We got a wild radio TV simulcast from Denver tonight, and if you call 338-4500 from now till we say good night, you can save 3 on a 1050 seat to see the Celtics at the Silverdome Saturday. Dan Issel's coming out. Maybe that's good, David. He was 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I tell you, the older you get, the tougher it is to keep up this pace.
Danny Shays, another man from Syracuse, is into the middle now. Bill Hanslick in a guard for Denver. Pistons ball. Isaiah will force over Mike Evans, who's on for Rob Williams. He fills it, and we're 20-20 with 6:20 to play here in the first. Shays is between the circles. Right of the lane now to English, to Hanslick on top, matched up against the next Notre Dame teammate, Trapuka. English right of the lane. The Glasser's good. Last year's scoring king in the scorebook with his first 2. It's 22-20.
He got that shot off so easy because a good pick was set by Danny Shays to free him up.
Lambier now on on English. He'll shoot it over him. It spins out, no good. Rebound, Shays, but he has to go to the floor to keep it. He does. Battle for it with Isaiah and Cliff. And we're going to get a Cliff Livingston foul.
Now that's too bad, because Cliff really got in there hustling, and once again he really hasn't been able to be that effective throughout the year so far, because he stayed in foul trouble.
Vinnie Johnson comes on for Isaiah. Nuggets go right of the lane. English turnaround gun spins out, no good. Lambier with another rebound. Off it comes to Vinnie. Tyler will come on in a moment for Livingston.
George, we're probably going to see substitutions, you know, on both teams. A lot of them.
Well, you have to. Long dumps it low to Lambier, who gets it off the glass. We're tied at 22. Lambier has 6. Dunn with the basketball to Hanslick, working against Trapuka. Thinking about the jumper, doesn't take it. Hands to Dunn, now to Evans. Hanslick is on for Vandeweghe. Foul line, Shays, jumper no, rebound, Lambier. He'll have a few of those before the night's over at this rate.
Didn't seem like he was going to have many in the first 5 minutes, because nobody was missing.
Right. Vinnie Johnson in the paint, he gets it down. It's 24-22. And the Pistons leading the thing with 5 to play in the first. Mike Evans goes to English, left the lane, runs the hook as he comes down the paint. He got some contact from Livingston, and foul number 3 before they could get him out of there. That hurt.
That's a tough situation for Cliff. And Cliff in his second year has got to understand, right? You see, he got away, really. He put his hands on English, and, you know, it's kind of tough to guard a guy that last year led the league in scoring. This year's averaging a little over 24 a game. The officials know that he's a scorer, and they're going to give him some breaks. So Cliff, really, knowing he had 2 fouls, needed to get away from him on that.
Yeah, he did. And it's a 3-point play instead of just a basket if he'd have given it up. English hits the free throw, 25-24. Denver leads with Trapuka forcing and getting it down off the glass over Hanslick. Kelly's on his way to a big night. He has a fast 8. And he'll go to the line.
This road trip, I think Kelly has really started to play very, very well offensively again. I think he was struggling just a little bit. Got hit on top of the head by Hanslick, made the hoop, and is going to the free throw line for the 3-pointer. But he seems to have been, statistically anyway, from what I've seen back at home in the papers, he seems to be playing much better again offensively.
He is. He misses the free throw, though. And the Piston lead is 26-25. Evans with the basketball. Foul line. English gets down the lane over Tyler with a short jumper. No, Terry voids it. Pistons going to need some strong play from Terry tonight. Out it goes to Vinnie Johnson. Backing on Evans. Double team in the lane. He'll fire anyway. No, but he's fouled.
Vinnie, the last 4 or 5 games, George, has been playing with much more confidence, I think. Early on in the season, he was struggling a little bit. But I think the reason the Pistons are scoring so many points now is that John Long is the John Long that we've come accustomed to. He's back at his game. Vinnie is playing very, very well again, as we know he played last year. And, you know, you expected of Isaiah and Kelly.
Sure.
Well, they've been playing well offensively.
Vinnie Johnson hits the first and the second free throw. Got a ricochet to go on the second. Pistons with him by 3, 28-25. Hanslick on top, goes right of the lane. English, he is alone and fires and misses. Danny Shays with a rebound. And there were bodies bumping down there, and we'll just get a call if the Pistons have the ball. He dropped it out of bounds.
His daddy, Dolph Shays, would tell him something about that. When you get it under the hoop, you know, take it right back up. Yep. Either get the hoop or get fouled.
Hanslick tries to strip Trapuka and does for Evans at the top. Evans down the lane. Foul, Vinnie Johnson.
Good hustle play there by Vinnie Johnson. He couldn't really get the angle on Mike Evans. But he came down. He didn't quit on the play. He came all the way in, fouled him, didn't let him get the easy 2 points.
Pistons by 3 with 4:01 to play in the first. It's 28-25. Pistons at Denver against the high-scoring Nuggets. Stick around. This is going to be a good one. Evans hits the first free throw. Colbert on for Trapuka now for the Pistons as Chuck Daly's going hard to his bench, too.
Guys are really breathing hard out there right now. This has been some kind of furious pace.
And rarefied air, too, in the Mile High City. Evans gets another, and it's 28-27. Piston lead is down to 1. 3:55 to play in the first as Vinnie works the wing against Evans. Mid-post along, Vinnie gets it back. Jumper short, and it's pulled down by Shays, who taps to Evans, who gives to Dunn. P.R. Dunn at the foul line. P.R. Dunn travels. And back to Pistons come.
Good overplay there defensively by John Long.
And John will come out for a rest. Isaiah comes on as we pause 10 for a station ID on the Piston Basketball Network. Isaiah between the circles with 10 on the clock. The Pistons, who are up a point, have the ball. On the wing to Benny. Back it goes to Tolbert. Badly misses on a jumper, and Shea's rebound. To Evans to English, knocked away from Alex and out of bounds by Tyler.
Good job there by Terry Tyler, not allowing the ball to go low in that paint area to Alex English, because when he gets it low, he's proven over the years that he can hurt you.
Tolbert takes him baseline, guns it and gets it. Ray fouled him about 3 times on the way to the baseline, and finally they caught it.
No, he still doesn't think he fouled it, though, I don't believe.
Boy.
Cannot play defense with the hands. You got to play with the legs.
2-hand hand check there. And English gets his second 3-point play. He's a scoring machine, too. He has 8.
Whole key to Alex, though, George, I think you got to play him before he gets the ball. Once he gets it, he usually gets the ball where he wants it. And he's very, very tough.
Pistons with Tolbert between the circles against Alex, out of range. Starts down the left side, hands to Finney, and now a pick for Finney. Missed it. Tolbert misses a jam tip. And the rebound's out of bounds, and the Pistons will play it.
Who's number 56 on your team?
London, England. Yeah.
3 people are going to win tonight. 3 people are going to be taking stuff Saturday, and those 6, one of them will be the winner Saturday night.
Wow.
You don't care about the flags?
Yeah, I should have given those. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
Who's that?
Drop somebody's wife?
Yep.
We got a British Airways flag. Supposed to cool off of that.
I gotta do this. That's my problem. But hold those. Tonight we'll play Pistons trivia again. You can win a trip to fabulous London, England. Answer 3 trivia questions correctly and mail your entries to the Dome, and you could be one of the 3 eligible for the grand prize drawing Saturday night when the Celtics come to town. More later. 2:40 to play in the first. 30-28. Pistons are down at Denver. The high-scoring Nuggets. Isaiah tries to snake down the lane and can't, but he draws some contact. And we're going to get a foul. It is going to be on Danny Shea.
Isaiah went right down the middle on that one, did a very, very good job of getting a mismatch, getting the big man out of position, took it to the hoop. Danny Shea's fouled him, knocked him to the floor. He's going to the line, shooting 2.
My boss, Harry Hutt, tells me we'll get that first trivia question on at 10:01, which is coming up. Oh, it's just about 10:01 now, isn't it? Free throw falls after the first miss, and it's 30-29. Vandeweghe back in the game for the Nuggets, and he scores from the top.
I tell you what, this team moves the ball around and set up a play for a 20-foot jumper like nobody else in the NBA.
Isaiah at the line, back to Tolbert, high post left Benson. Between the circles to Isaiah against Evans. Now they'll work it on the wing. Vinnie Johnson working against the LSU rookie. Carter goes to Isaiah, and he'll score from the corner. And it is now 32-31.
Isaiah likes that. That's a good play by Isaiah right there, standing there. I don't think Kiki ever saw him. He made up his mind he was going to drive to the hoop. Isaiah was right in his lane and took the charging foul.
Goes for the charge, and with 1:53 to play in the first, the Pistons get it back. Denver leads 32-31. Lambier and Curitan coming on for Benson and Tolbert for the Pistons. Evans and Howard, Carter and Hanslick and Vandeweghe and Shays on the floor for Denver. Isaiah right hands against Evans. Now he has him between the circles. Shot clock at 17. Left side, Finney trying to work away from Carter and can't. Back to Isaiah. He will finger roll and get it down. But this time they're going to blow it off and give him an offensive foul.
Boy, that is a move. That is a move. And I really think that Howard Carter right there really kind of came under Isaiah. If I was the ref, I'd just let that play go because it was a great offensive play.
Carter misses from the top, but Vandeweghe can't hold the rebound. Isaiah takes it away, but then drops it out of bounds. Minute and a half now to play in the first. 32-31.
George, I talked to Isaiah before the game and asked him about the regular officials coming back, and he says he, for one, is going to welcome that.
Hanslick has it for the Nuggets. A pump fake, and he's stripped by Isaiah. Way ahead for Tyler, and wait a minute. We've got a Joe Borgia whistle.
Hanslick, I believe.
And we do have a foul on Hanslick.
It's a good foul, too, because the Pistons would have had him be catching, George.
44-42. Isaiah against Evans. Baseline to Lambier. Bumping on Issel. Hands to Kelly, who wants to go back with it to Isaiah, but can't. And Denver will move it up. Evans will pull it up. He misses. Anderson had the rebound, dropped it to Dunn. Right corner Anderson. He's short with a jumper, and Lambier's got the rebound and outlets to Isaiah.
Oh,
he wanted to bounce it ahead to Curitan, and it was kicked away.
It would have been a great bounce pass, but Evans did a good job and got that foot out there. Pele.
Yeah. Vinnie Johnson in. Isaiah comes out with 9:26 to play in the half, and Tripucka bounces between the circles to Long as the Pistons get a fresh 24. Vinnie right of the lane for the jumper. Got it. 46-42.
Yeah, I used to like to play on these baskets also, George, but I think these guys love it.
Issel tried to pump and go by Curitan and couldn't. They got Lambier checking Anderson. Vandeweghe from the top, fires, fills it over Kelly. He has 14, Tripucka 12 in that scoring duel. Kelly against Vandeweghe, takes him in the lane, runs it up, it's in and it's out, and Vandeweghe rebound. Up to Rob Williams, who's just come on. Williams by Vinnie to the hole, double clutch drive, no, Issel boards, yes. And Issel's now 7 out of 7.
Now that wasn't Lambier's fault. He tried to help out to block that particular shot by Rob Williams and got out of position, and Issel came in and did a good job on the offensive glass.
We are tied at 46. Lambier left to the lane, Glasser good over Issel.
That's exactly what Lambier needs to do, is to make Issel play him. Good job there. He gets the ball down in the paint area. He's about 3 inches taller than Dan Issel, a few years younger, goes right up over him.
And the Pistons have it 48-46. Benson on the sidelines about to check in for Lambier. Tyler is on for Curitan already. Lambier's free throw goes, and he completes the three-pointer. 49-46. Pistons 8.5 to play in the half. Anderson against Tyler, goes to Vandeweghe to Issel, top of the key, the gun goes. He's a perfect 8 for 8.
Let's hope he doesn't. Well, I won't even say it, George. I'll let it go.
Yeah, 49-48. John Long guns go. Lambier can't quite hold the rebound. Picked up by Dunn to Vandeweghe to Anderson up and in.
All right,
and he's fouled.
That's a great fast break by two big guys, 6'8", 6'10". Anderson and Vandeweghe. They really handled the ball well there. Started with the fast break with a good outlet pass from T.R. Dunn and finished up by Mr. Anderson. You know, I'd never heard of Richard Anderson until I pre-game looked into the book and tried to figure out who he was, where he was from.
Played a little in San Diego last year, and seems to help them. They've started him a couple of games now. He gets the three-point play complete on the foul on Vinnie Johnson, and it's 51-49 Denver. John Long has it low on the right against Dunn, and he is going to get a foul called on T.I.
George, one of the interesting stats in the first quarter was that Denver out-rebounded Detroit 13-9, and that's something Denver has had problems with all season long.
To make Doug Moe happy, they've only out-rebounded the club 5 times in their first 24. John Long with the inbound and the gun, and it's good, and it's 51-51. Vandeweghe going baseline by Kelly, drives dunk.
Warren, I'll tell you what, that's worth looking at. Kiki Vandeweghe. I don't think anybody expected him to do it with the left hand at that.
Guess not. Denver 53, Pistons 51. 7.5 to play in the half. Benson on the high post screens for Kelly, gets it back, goes to the hole. He misses. Anderson rebounds. Vandeweghe drives the dunk. Well, Tripucka now wishes he had that pass back, I can imagine.
But Benny's a little upset. Figured he got fouled on the last shot, and he may very well have, but the officials didn't call it. You can't stop playing. Everybody stopped, and Vandeweghe got away for the bunny again.
He has 18. Denver 55, the Pistons 51. John Long left the lane against Dunn. Double team. The call is hit from behind by Anderson, and finally there's a whistle.
I'll tell you what, John's lucky. He's very lucky that he got that call, because I thought it was going. It could have been an offensive foul because he went in right at the defense. And if Anderson had not jumped up, and I think it would have been an offensive foul on John Long right there. 55-51, John Long, first of 2.
Seven to play in the half. It's 55-52. John Long hits the first free throw.
Another interesting stat, George. Both teams are shooting the ball extremely well. 59% in the first quarter for the Pistons and 57% for Denver.
John Long almost always shoots it well. Shoots the second free throw down. He has 11, 2 for 2 at the line tonight. 55-53 to score. Richard Anderson in the corner for Williams. He'll jump it up over Vinny. It's a miss. Tyler skies over Anderson to tip the rebound to Vinny. Bounce back to Terry. Low on the right. Jumper over the hole. No good. John Long rebounds it and throws it off Vandeweghe and out of bounds on his save attempt. So the Pistons will keep it thanks to John's alert play. We got a timeout called by Denver here with 6:37 to play in the half. The Nuggets lead 55-53. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
Discount tickets for the game and the rally are available from Church and Civic Groups throughout Metropolitan Denver. Tickets for the Nuggets game this Friday with Portland are on sale throughout tonight's game. And there's your ticket window in the East Lobby. And Nuggets tickets are also on sale at Data Tix outlets, including all of the Denver department stores, Lowry Airport Space, Select the Seat, and the Nuggets Arena box office.
Yeah, a little. Still was good. It's like they're trying to go state of the art with something on one ear and something on the other ear. So I can turn it up. I turn up just a little bit and it distorts. So guys who like a lot of stuff in the cans are just screwed. I feel like quitting. I think
Remember, you can call the Piston offices right now at 338-4500 and get $3 off on a 1050 seat for the Saturday night showdown with the Celtics at the Silverdome. There are salespeople on duty to take your calls throughout our radio, TV simulcast. There'll be a big crowd there, and it ought to be a classic, Larry Bird or not. And I think he will play. Vinnie Johnson, top of the key, as will Tyler back live with 6.5 to play in the half, and the Pistons down 2, 55-53. Fires over Williams. It'll be short. Rebound lost by Dunn out of bounds thanks to Finney. And Denver will play. John Long and Binney and Tripucka and Tyler and Benson for the Pistons. Richard Anderson left corner against Benson. Goes on top to English, back to Vandeweghe at the line. No look pass down low, and English didn't see it coming. Tyler retrieves, and the Pistons can tie. John Long, kick from Benson, left of the lane. Glasser, good.
T.R. Dunn was out of position, and he thought he could fool the officials right there. He fell down, but to no avail.
Vandeweghe makes another throwaway, trying to get it to English. Tyler, another interception. Off to Kelly down the lane, hit on the way to the hole.
Richard Anderson,
yeah,
right in the middle there. He's a big guy, 6'10". Instead of getting those reaching fouls, I think most defensive coaches anyway will tell you, you know, if you're going to foul, take a good one, especially when you're a guy that big. You make a little guy pay for coming to the basket.
And Kelly will go to the line.
We thought that the field goal percentage was really hot in that first quarter, George. In this particular quarter, Denver's 10 of 14, 71%, while the Pistons have cooled off a little bit, 5 of 11 for 45%.
The Pistons have them by a point as Tripucka makes the first free throw and the second. It is 57-55, 5:50 to play in the half. English against Tyler, goes to Vandeweghe on the wing, dumping it down for Rob Williams, and then he can't block him from behind, and the shot goes off the glass, and it's 57-57. Between the circles against Williams. Looking baseline left for Tripucka. Kelly fires no, off the iron to Dunn. Outlet to Rob Williams. Williams bounced right to the lane. English going baseline on Tripucka. Fires it over him and fills it. 59-57. Denver's lead. 5:10 to play in the half. Denny Johnson to Long. Starts down the left side. Now he'll fire, and he scores. 59-59. Lambier up slowly. He was knocked down. English down the lane, and he throws it up too hard off the glass. Rebound. Anderson has to save it,
Good
though.
pass to John. Good
Throws
pass
it away
to
to John. Long, he'll drive and nearly dunk. Finally just lays it up.
John made his mind up to dunk it, then saw that he had taken off too soon. Boy, there's a good play right there, but he missed the shot.
Nuggets come right back, and the good play and the miss by Rob Williams. Tyler with the rebound up to Vinny, throws up a high glasser, no. And we got a whistle and an offensive foul on Vinny. He knocked T.R. Dunn to the ground.
That's a good call there by the official. Vinny Johnson had made up his mind already to take the ball to the basket, and T.R. Dunn played very, very good position. Took the foul, offensive foul on Vinny Johnson.
He gets his third. Long and Vinny come out. Isaiah and Walker D on the floor. Denver has it in Vandeweghe's hands. From the top, he fires no, and Lambier rebounds. Midcourt outlet left to Walker D. On the wing to Isaiah. Back to Walker, and he gets it off the glass. Well, those two will pass him silly between them.
You can't teach that. You can't teach quickness. That was quickness by Isaiah getting it inside. There's a great pass there by Alex English to Richard Anderson.
63-59 goes quickly to 63-61. English goes to Anderson, and he reverses off the glass. 3:50 to play in the half. Isaiah baseline left, throws up a rainbow, won't go, knocked out of bounds by Anderson. Puritan for Tyler as Chuck Daly tries to make sure he keeps rested people in there based on the rarefied air up here.
I tell you, Isaiah really made a great pass to Walker D. And Kelly, well, I tell you, he and Kiki are having a battle tonight.
Kelly just takes the inbound and got the long gun, so he has 16. Anderson trying to go to the hole, misses the shot, but he drew some contact and a Tripucka foul.
Well, that's where you got to have team defense. Right now, Anderson is definitely too quick for Lambier. Lambier was out of position, and when he made his move defensively to go up and meet Anderson, he went right around him. There was nobody from the weak side there to help him. And that's something that the Pistons really have to learn. They may not be able to block a lot of shots, but they got to play good position defense.
Lambier comes out and Tolbert comes on, and Anderson hits the first free throw. So it's 65-62, the Pistons with the lead.
Big guy showing me some quickness, George.
Yeah, and that's 6'10" and 240 moving it around pretty good. Misses the second free throw, but gets it back. Comes from the top, and he gets it. Well, he's got 10 off the Denver bench. And it's 65 for the Pistons, 64 for the Nuggets with 3:20 to play in the half. And down low.
That's a Hansley created that foul there. Isaiah was smart. A little guy. He made sure that he kind of pulled Hansley right to him.
And trying to get through on the baseline wasn't easy for Isaiah, and Hanslick knocked him over. Let's say hello tonight to a big Piston fan, Bill Cleveland, who's in Pontiac Osteopathic Hospital with a back injury. Hope you get well real quick. Isaiah misses the first free throw. 66-64 our score. And misses the second. So it's still Pistons 66, Denver 64, 3:15 to play in the half. Evans back in the game for Denver, has it on top. Left of the lane to Anderson. With cross court right corner to Evans. Long jumper, no. Rebound Kelly. Will come out in the dribble. Off to Walker D. Walker D down the right side. Throws it up on the run. Blocked by English, and Alex pulls it down. And Alex is fouled.
Loose ball on Walker D. A little frustrated. He made a good move going to the basket, but underestimated the jumping ability, I think, from the weak side of 6'6", 6'7" Alex English, who's got arms like he's 6'10".
Timeout Pistons, 2:58 to play in the half. 66-64, they lead the Nuggets. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
The first Dairy Queen Sunday will be this week against the New Jersey Nets. Something at the Dairy Queen nearest you for Sunday coupons.
We're trying to make them hard. We want those cards and letters, folks. They was the things that happened in one season. Yeah. Is the mail that good that it'll get there by Saturday? What? Is the mail that good that it'll get there by Saturday? No. That's why we got to promote it.
Dan Issel returning to the Nuggets lineup.
Stay with us at halftime. Special features for both radio and TV. The TV side, a musical highlight of the Celtics and Pistons recent matchups. On radio, we'll talk to Dave Bing about the just retired Veterans All-Star game to precede this year's All-Star game. Speaking of veterans, Dan Issel's back in the game, and just like that, he's got another long gun, and it's 66-66.
You can call that game what it really is, George, the old-timers game.
Rebuka going baseline, misses, and we got a whistle. Our score is 66-66 with 2:31 to play in the half. Holbert rebounded Rebuka's miss, and he was the one fouled. John Long on for Walker Russell for the Pistons. Colbert will shoot a pair. Pistons will get some time in the second half out of Cliff Livingston. They miss him.
For the quarter, George, we've got Denver shooting 64%. They've cooled off just a bit, 14 for 22. The Pistons 10 for 20. The assists, 11 for Denver. The Pistons with 8. And guess who got all 8 of them? Number 11, Isaiah Thomas.
My goodness. 67-66 the free throw falls, and Evans falls back. Almost hit the Piston bench as he hit a jumper from the wing. For the Nuggets, he has 4, and they lead 68-67. goes foul line to Isaiah. It's on the way from there. No rebound. Issel outlet to Evans. English down the middle, but he doesn't give it up to him. English goes foul line, knocked away, but recovered. Hands to Dunn. Now to English, back to Evans, steals it, so he fires and he fills it.
Good
Almost
job.
tell he feels like he's got it going for a minute. That's the all-time leading scorer in Big 8 history. That's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. I saw him play last year at Milwaukee and really wasn't that impressed with him. I don't know if it's coming out here to this offensive team or the Mile High City or what, but he's playing like he knows what the game's all about.
Trapuka bouncing the paint to Curitin with 1:38 to play in the half, and Denver up 3, and Curitin draws the foul.
Good play right there by Kelly Trapuka and Errol Curitin. They're one of the oldest plays in the book. Pick and roll, get the mismatch, get the defensive player behind you on your hip and throw it down low. And now Earl's got to shoot him a little better than that, though.
Whoa. Sad looking miss on the first one. Here's the second. Got that one down. It is 70-68. Denver by 2, 1:35 to play in the half. The Nuggets rush it to English and then to Issel. And Tolbert's got a foul, I believe he does.
Yes, he does. Dan Issel using all of that 6'8", 245-pound body to make sure that Ray Tolbert doesn't get around him. He posted up well.
Dunn goes to English with his inbound pass. Back it comes to Dunn. Round the horn they take it, and English tries to go baseline and can't on Curitin. Foul line to Evans, spins and gives it up to Vandeweghe. His baseline Glasser left is a miss, but he's fouled.
I don't think Chuck Daly agrees with the call. Nonetheless, Isaiah down on the floor is called for the foul. Kiki Vandeweghe goes to the line shooting 2.
Isaiah gets his second. And Vandeweghe, who's an excellent free throw shooter, gets the first to fall. And Denver's up 3, 71-68.
George, I liked him when he was at UCLA, but I really didn't think he was going to be as great a player as he's become. I really didn't.
Same here.
I guess I can say the same about Kelly, though.
Yeah. Well, I saw him a little more since he went down the South Bend. Isaiah goes down to Curitin, and he dunks.
Earl Curitin got that basket because he gave himself up, and he set a good pick, a good back pick. There was a switch, and he was wide open.
It is 72-70. English gets it back in the paint for Denver, and he gets it to go. 74-70 Denver. 52 seconds now to play in the half. Isaiah out between the circles against Evans.
We're going to run a little time off the clock, run a spread offense, and probably there's the pick and roll mismatch.
Isaiah, baseline right, runs it up. No, but it's tapped up and in. And Curitin gets the basket, 74-72. Evans tries to fly down and go to Issel, but he threw it too far behind him. And the Pistons want a 20-second timeout, so we'll give you trivia question number 1. What time is it?
It's 10:01.
All right, it's 10:01. Let's do it then. Now it's time for trivia question number 1 to win a 6-day, 5-night trip to London, staying at the Sheraton Heathrow and flying via British Airways. The question: after what season did Dave Bing retire from the NBA to form Bing Steel? Well, I just added the Bing Steel, but the question is, after what season did Dave Bing retire from the NBA? Mail the answer to all 3 questions we have for you tonight. That's just the first to the Piston offices. 3 people will be selected for the drawing this Saturday night.
George, I may be the only one that can answer that.
Oh, I don't know about that. In Boston, they can answer it because there's a fellow named Red who didn't want you to quit about that time. We have 20 seconds to play in the half. We have 15 on the clock. The 20-second timeout has ended, and Isaiah's working against Evans. Goes to Tolbert, now to Trapuka. Baseline on Vandeweghe. Too soon. Contact, and he doesn't get a whistle, but he misses the shot anyway. Curitin misses the follow with 4 seconds to play in the half. It is out of bounds, and the Pistons get it.
Curitin's upset. Trapuka's upset.
Kelly sure was banged there. I don't think he was in any position to shoot it, but he did draw the contact. Inbound goes to Long, and John Long gets it just in time for the Pistons. It's halftime in Denver, and we're all still even at 74. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Some 1050 seats for 750. We call the Piston offices during our radio TV simulcast. Pistons ball to start the second. We're tied at 74. Isaiah shakes on Williams, runs him down the lane, misses, and Dunn rebounds, but we've got a Denver foul. Denver doesn't have the starters in there. They have Anderson, who has been starting some for them, and Vandeweghe on the bench. That gives Doug Moe some firepower and then some coming off the bench. Foul is on Anderson, though, and he gets his fourth, so Kiki will come off quicker than Doug Moe wanted him to.
I'll tell you what, this is key to Isaiah's game. I think on the road trip, even though he scored quite a few points, most of them were field goals. He wasn't going to the free throw line a lot. Tonight, in the first half, he's already gone 8 times. This is his 10th free throw attempt tonight, and that's a key to any guy that's going to score some points. That's why I think Kelly is such an outstanding scorer, because he stays on the free throw line.
Isaiah got 1 for 2, 75-74. The Nuggets lead. English trying to pump fake and go on Livingston. Can't, sends it left corner. Williams, who fires no, and Cliff rebounds. Livingston really got up for that one. Pistons can use some help from Cliff in the second half. Left early with foul trouble in the first, and Isaiah comes to forecourt. To John Long, screen by Lambier. Left side, Glasser good. John Long, folks, is now 10 for 10 from the floor.
A perfect 10. John Long.
Yeah. He and Bo. Well, I don't mean Schembecker either. Issel from the top fires no off the heel, and they scramble for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds along with the Jesse Hall whistle. And who we got a foul on looks like Lambier. It is. Just his first, though.
Can't get all that upset. He's fighting for the rebound, loose ball in there, and you've got to appreciate that. Don't let him get anything easy.
Isaiah with a near steal on Williams, but Williams gets it back, and now it's 5 on 4. He runs it down the lane and gets the offensive foul.
Cliff showed me some moxie right there. He's 3 fouls, 3 cheap fouls in the first half. He saw Rob Williams coming at him, stood his ground, didn't really try and play a tough defense right there, and created the offensive foul.
Isaiah looks for John Long, posted on Dunn down low.
That's a terrible call.
Dunn gets up close behind him, and John falls back into him. Dunn falls, and John gets the offensive foul, just his first.
Well, I don't think he's going to have a job come Friday anyway. That's a bad call. John's got to be able to have one step, and he didn't have it at all.
Pistons by 3, 77-74. English has his shot blocked by Livingston, but we've got a Livingston foul, says Joe Borgia.
There, English takes the ball to the basket, and I really think that was a pretty good block. Cliff should be upset. That's his 4th foul. He probably will have to come out in a couple of minutes, but English is a smart player. He's a good offensive player. He knows Cliff is in foul trouble, and he knows that he's an offensive machine, and he's going to get a lot of the calls from the officials, and I think he got one there.
He did. Gets the first free throw, and he gets the second. So it's 77-76. The Pistons lead them by 1. 10:38 to play here, third quarter. Isaiah working the wing against Williams. Dumps it down low to Kelly. Spins and sends it no over Vandeweghe. Lambier follows yes.
Good offensive rebound there by Bill Lambier, using all of the 6'11", 260 pounds he carries on him.
10:20 to play in the third. Pistons by 3, make it 2. As English gets 2 more, he has 16.
I think Chuck Daly is going to have to get Livingston out simply because he might not hurt him, but Denver's going to go right at him. English, every time he gets the ball, he's going to go right at Cliff.
Rapuka with a miss after a spin, and Lambier's called for the loose ball foul, going for the rebound of the missed shot. Pistons still by 1, 79-78. Nuggets have it in Rob Williams' hands. Now T.R. Dunn from 20 on the left, and it goes.
Doesn't shoot too often, but he's got a good percentage from the floor.
80-79. Yes, he does. Theodore Roosevelt Dunn from Alabama. Lambier takes it in the paint from Isaiah, and he is fouled. Rob Williams gets the foul.
Rob Williams on a double team as the ball went down into the post to Bill Lambier. He left Isaiah altogether and went directly for the ball and got Billy across the arm.
Rapuka will trigger. Fresh 24 goes to Long on top against Dunn. Down to Kelly, left wing, pumps on Vandeweghe, goes toward the paint, tries to scoop it to Isaiah, step in front and steal by Evans. Evans to English in the paint, missed it. Vandeweghe doesn't miss the follow though, and Denver leads now 82-79.
Pistons are going to have to be a little careful with the basketball right now. A couple of bad passes, just lack of concentration. They can get what they want against Denver.
Lambier misses from the baseline. Livingston follows and fills it.
Good job there by Cliff. Alex was too far under the basket and couldn't get away.
82-81 our score. Vandeweghe looking for Issel down low. Issel has it partially blocked by Cliff, and Isaiah rebound. On the break, gives it up to Long. Fires, fills it. John hasn't missed tonight. He's 11 out of 11.
And that was a good fast break, George. They didn't get the layup out of it, but they got the ball down the court. Isaiah pushed it up, and they got a good, easy 16-footer.
Wide open shot, and Vandeweghe comes down the lane, and he runs over Isaiah.
John Long hit him on the arm.
John hit him on the arm. All right, that's the foul. It's on Long.
Vandeweghe makes a very good move going to the right. I think they call that on Kelly and not John Long.
He wants it changed, but I guess they're not going to change it. It is on Tripucka, so it's his second. Would have been only John's second also. Vandeweghe misses off the bracket. But he hits the second. Bet you could hear it, 83-83. 8:35 to play here, third quarter. Isaiah works between the circles against Evans. Picked from Lambier. Sliding down the right side. Double touch. Glasser, no. Rebound by John. Yes. 12 for 12 for John Long.
Well, I tell you what, that could be. He could be going after one of the all-time Piston records, I believe.
Bet. It was 85-83. Another steal. He could have had 13 for 13, but he gives it up to Isaiah on the break.
I like to see that. That's the right play, unselfish, as hot as he is tonight.
And Isaiah lays it up and in. Pistons by 4, 87-83. Vandeweghe flies by Tyler, who's on for Tripucka. Down low, Isaiah steals it. Long for John Long.
No, that's a good head fake. John shakes his head, and I surely agree with him. That was just a good head fake. He pumped. He came to a complete stop, pumped the ball up. Official anticipating. No wonder he won't have a job after Friday.
Yep. Pistons had a little run they would have liked to keep going. Denver loses it out of bounds. They have 18 on their shot clock. .746 to play in the third. Bounce in the lane to Issel. Can't throw it up, but there's a reason. It's a Piston foul on Tyler.
That's a bad break there because the ball on the inbounds pass hit the backboard and bounced right to the Denver player, Dan Issel.
Now, they won't put that piece of videotape on their resume. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Issel, it's the first on the Tyler foul, and he gets the second, 87-85. Issel with a big night going. He has 20, Vandeweghe 23, English 16, 26 for John Long, 16 each for Isaiah and Kelly. Isaiah working the wing against Evans. Baseline to Livingston, partially blocked by English, almost one anyway. Issel rebounds the miss. Out to Evans. TR done, hook in the corner, Vandeweghe, back to Evans, top of the key, Issel. Pumps and goes and runs over Livingston.
Yeah, I think that probably was the right call. Cliff doesn't agree with it, but I think he kind of moved in there.
Both got there at the same time. And
the offensive player is always going to get, he kind of moved in, put his shoulder up there so that he could get the contact. And once again, Issel with 14 years and the reputation that he has, even if it were not the right call, the officials probably would have made it anyway.
Cliff will come out now. He has 5 fouls. Pistons by 2, 87-85. Issel can tie it here with 7:22 to play in the third. Gets the first.
I tell you, we got some offensive statistics in this game tonight. These guys are really shooting the ball well.
4 or 5 people are having phenomenal nights. This is one of them. Another free throw for Dan. He has 22. He is 4 out of 4 from the line. 87-87 our score.
Isaiah's posting up.
John tries to get him the ball. We got a whistle and somebody held, I'm sure.
Mike Evans.
Evans was trying to hold Isaiah.
You don't realize it, but you look at Isaiah and you look at him, you think he's a little guy, but he's 6'1", 185 pounds or so, and he's very strong, and he's not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
He sends it in the corner to Tyler, who's jumping up over Vandeweghe. No, but Tolbert rebounds, stripped by Evans, gets it back. Ray tries to go back up with it, and he's fouled.
Ray got a bad break on the first go-around, but he did stay in there and fight all the way and got grabbed across the arm.
Timeout called here with 6:59 to play in the third quarter. Score tied at 87. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Question number 2. Denver hosts this year's All-Star Game. When did the Pistons host the All-Star Game at the Dome? Number 1 is after what season did number 21 Dave Bing retire from the NBA? You could win a 6-day, 5-night trip to London, staying at the Sheraton Heathrow and flying British Airways if you answer them all and send your answers in tonight. Isaiah gets himself a gun from the wing, and it's 89-87 Pistons with 6:44 to play in the third. Don goes alley-oop into Vandeweghe, can't get there. Lambier rebounds way ahead to John Long, lays it softly over the front rim, and it's 91-87, and John now is 13 for 13.
It's a good outlet pass there from Billy Lambier. John caught it in stride.
Vandeweghe buries it, nearly a three-pointer from the top. He comes right back. They get a layup, and they get a 22-footer and change. It is now 91-89. Pistons have the lead, and we're going to get a foul on John Long as he scrambled for the rebound.
John surely doesn't agree with that call, but I think he did push a little bit there. He pushed T.R. Dunn right out of there with his left hand. Interesting stat so far this quarter, George, is that the score 89-91 Pistons in the lead, but free throw shooting 7 for 8 for Denver, 1 for 2 for Detroit. And that's the difference in the scoring right now.
T.R. Dunn will go to the line. T.R. Dunn misses the first free throw. He hits the second, splits the pair, and it's a one-point game. 91-90 Pistons, 6:06 to play in the third. Isaiah working against Evans, takes him to the wing. Lobbing it low now to Lambier, back to Tyler on the wing, passes up the jumper, goes baseline, then jumps it up and in.
Good baseline jumper there by Terry Tyler.
93-90. Pistons with a three-point lead, done by Vinnie Johnson to the hole. Nearly blocked by Lambier, but he threw it up over his fingertips off the glass and in.
Awkward looking move there by T.R. Dunn. He really wasn't fluid, but he got the job done.
He has just 5, but they don't pay him to score. Didn't in Alabama either, where he was the all-time steals leader. Isaiah down the lane on English, who comes to help, misses, he throws it up over him. And Vandeweghe has his outlet pass knocked away by Tolbert. Off to Tyler, going to the hole, up and in.
Jesse Hall, bless him. He's made a call for us tonight.
And I don't think it was all that deserving, although it was a great play by Terry, following an excellent play by Tolbert.
I thought Terry may have traveled there.
He has 6 points now.
Got a chance for his 7th as he goes to the free throw line.
Dunn's foul, his second, and Terry Tyler gets his 7th. The free throw falls. Pistons by 4. 96-92, 5:15 to play in the third. Vandeweghe on the wing to Evans. 18-footer goes. Oh, it's 96-94. 5:05 to play in the third quarter. Isaiah against Evans. Bounce left the lane to Vinny. Can't force it over Dunn, so they'll dump it to Lambier. Pretty pass, and Billy gets it off the glass.
It was a good play. Billy had his man pinned down below behind him, Alex English, who's much too small to try and play him down low.
98-94 our score, and Denver goes low to English, and Tolbert knocks it out of bounds. Lambier will rest. Benson comes on. 14 on the shot clock. And the inbound pass goes to Vandeweghe, and he's fouled as he scores.
Yeah, I think Terry kind of went to sleep just a little bit right there. He probably was anticipating, and Vandeweghe got a good forearm and shoulder in front of Terry's body and would not let him front him. Got the ball from the inbound pass, made the layup, and is going to the free throw line to complete the three-pointer.
He has 27 already. He has 28 as he hits the free throw. Pistons lead him still, though, 98-97. 4:40 to play third quarter. Isaiah to Benson against Danny Shays, who's come on. Tyler looking against Hanslick, who's on for English. Terry has it knocked away by Hanslick and out of bounds.
Fans are a little upset on that particular call.
Tolbert to Trigger. Left of the basket. Still looking and finally throws it away because he's out of time. Dunn to Evans. On top to Shays, down deep, Vandeweghe for a bunny.
A very good pass from up top, Danny Shays to Kiki Vandeweghe, and make it look very, very easy. Matter of fact, it's too easy.
Sure was.
So easy, Chuck Daly's a little upset and calls timeout.
99-98 Denver, 4:15 to play in the third timeout. Pistons on the Pistons Basketball Network.
Madison Square Garden, Boston beat New York 102-100. At Richfield, Ohio, the final score, Utah 107, Cleveland 105.
New York and New York.
And at Houston tonight, the Rockets 129, Phoenix 110.
Call the Piston offices right now at 338-4500 and get $3 off on a 1050 seat for this Saturday's big night at the Silverdome when the Boston Celtics come in. There are salespeople on duty for the rest of our radio TV simulcast. 4:15 to play third quarter.
Georgia Pistons need to try and get just a little cushion right here because they've got a better team on the floor, I believe, than Denver does, and they've got to take advantage of it.
Isaiah will send it up and score it over Evans, so they got one hoop for you, David, and lead 100-99 with 4 to play in the third. Vandeweghe on top to Evans, leaving it there for Shays. Evans has it on the wing. Fires over Isaiah and fills it up. Now he's got it going. It's 101-100. Denver has the 1-point lead with 3:40 to play in the third. Nobody's got it going like John Long, though. He's 13 for 13. He's about to come back for the Pistons. Kapuka's already back on the floor. Then he takes the pass from Isaiah at the foul line, misses the jumper. Colbert misses a jam tip. Back up it goes out of Vinny's hand from the paint, no. Rebound Shays, knocked away by Kapuka, and he gets the foul.
Field goal shooting for this quarter, George, 8 for 12 for Denver, 67%, 11 for 19 for the Pistons, 58%. So the guys are still shooting the ball extremely well.
Mike McCanny, hello to the folks back in Warren. He's out here in Denver. Barry Almendinger to the people in Fowlerville, and Tom Manugian to the family and friends in Detroit and St. Clair Shores. Might as well say hello to my favorite Piston fan and wish her happy birthday. Karen Elstrom Mooring next Monday. Danny Shays, the man from Syracuse, goes to the line. We have 3.5 to play in the third, and Denver leads by a deuce, 102-100. He can make it 3, and he does. Benson with Tolbert and Trapuka. John Long now in the backcourt with Vinnie Johnson. John gets a pick from Benson, but they fight their way through. He tries to go in the lane to Benson. Knocked away. Shays up to Evans. Evans looked like he carried it, but he'll send it in the corner for Vandeweghe, and he fires and fills it.
All right, it's going to be important for the Pistons right now. They need a hoop. They can't let Denver run a string of points on them.
105-100. You're absolutely right. Denver has that 5-point lead all of a sudden. Vinny from just outside the line. Jumper no. Rebound Vinny on the baseline. No look pass to Kelly alone from the wing. In and out. And Vandeweghe rebounds it. Shays to Evans to Hanslick. No looker to Dunn, and he tries to flip it to Hanslick way too high. Got wild with the ball there, and here come the Pistons. Spinning down the lane. Vinny running. Right-hander, yes. There's your circuit shot of the game.
Tough shot, tough shot. Good thing he made it, too.
up like that Brooklyn Bridge, and it's 105-102, 2:20 to play in the third. But Vandeweghe comes right back with a drive and dunk. He has 34, and it's 107-102.
You got to take that away. With weak side help, Vandeweghe should not be able to go to baseline from out on the floor and come all the way in for that easy shot without running into some opposition.
Vinny looking for long and finds it. John fires. Gets it. He's still perfect on the night.
He is unconscious tonight.
14 for 14 for John Long. Pistons within 3. 1:50 to play in the third quarter.
All the young fellas out in Romulus, Michigan, they can watch him because he's having some kind of night.
Makes a steal, goes behind the back, and the dribble nearly loses. Almost had himself a bunny on the break. Gives it off to Vinny. And look at Dunn shoving on John Long on the baseline. I don't know if you could see it, David, but they've caught TR. But I think he's just upset that John can't miss, and he can't stop it.
He ought to be upset. I don't blame him.
Especially when they pay you to play defense, which they do in Dunn's case.
I'll tell you what, the kind of night John Long is having, what you want to do as a defensive player, just foul out and sit down.
Yeah.
So it's not my fault, Coach.
Down at the line, bends the knees. Missed the free throw.
The fans, I think the fans here can appreciate the kind of night John Long is having. I don't know whether or not they know that was the first shot he missed all night.
Of any kind. He's now 2 for 3 from the line. Gets the next one. It is now 107-105, 1:30 to play in the third. Evans is full court to Vandeweghe on the wing, who stays on top against Benson. They go to Hanslick, now Vandeweghe. Hanslick gets it back against Kapuka. Fakes right down the lane, dump off to Shays with a miss, but there's a whistle.
I think they're calling that on Kelly. Kelly is going off. You got to be careful before he gets a technical foul there, too.
He does have 4. Shays hits the first free throw. 108-105.
The trainer Mike Abdenor just comes in front of us saying that Kelly has 3 fouls instead of 4, but I don't know if the official book is going to change up or not.
What we do know, Shays hits the free throw. 109-105.
Kelly's upset. He's got to be careful right now.
Hanslick's up in his face. Two pretty tough defensive player. Kelly sends it on top to John Long, who scores another.
When in doubt, give it to Long. Tonight he's doing it all.
John has 33 without a miss. 109-107. Less than a minute to play in the third. Evans goes to Hanslick to Vandeweghe against Curitin down the lane. Earl can't stop him either. He flips it up and in, pushing off a little with the left hand on the way.
It's a great move there by Kiki, though, to finish it off, to have the strength to get the ball up after pushing off.
He has 36. And Kapuka bumps against Hanslick left of the lane. And somehow they give the call to Kelly.
I knew that was going to happen because Kelly was upset. And they've got to get him out of there.
33 seconds to play third quarter. 111-107, Denver by 4. Sid forged his little boy Joe. He'd be in the league if he knew what he was doing with a name like that. And he's not. He's one of the scads. Here's Vandeweghe working right of the lane. Tries to run up the hook across the lane. Another foul.
George, right there is where the Pistons got to learn just to play good team defense. They're not a team that's going to block a lot of shots, so they got to play position. They got to play good court position, wherein when the ball is on one side of the court, you've got to really slough off your man to make sure that nobody gets to the basket for an easy shot. You'll give up the outside jumper. I don't know if you do it against this team, but, you know, if you're going to play percentages,
usually, yeah,
you know, you really got to give up the outside shot.
Vandeweghe at the line for 2 more. He has 38. We have not finished the third quarter. 13 seconds to play in the quarter. Vinnie Johnson at the foul line. Starts to spin down the lane. Tripped by Hanslick. And finally, Joe Borgia saw one.
I think he got hurt on that one too. Let's hope it's not serious.
That's a friend of his. In fact, the guy that he used to start with in the Seattle backcourt.
Hensley came from the weak side on a double team, which is good team defense, and Vinny really just tripped right over his foot. And Vinny hit the floor pretty hard. He hit his hip. Let's hope he doesn't have a hip pointer there. He's going to be sore tomorrow, I tell you.
Well, the Pistons will take a 20-second timeout. A lot of time left. They're down those 6 with 4 to play in the third. And Meyer Treasure Chest Stores, Michigan's largest jewelers with 16 stores, along with Lawn Jeans, sponsor tonight's Piston Player of the Game, and will present him with a magnificent Lawn Jeans gold medal watch. Lawn Jeans is the official timekeeper of the 1984 Olympics. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by your neighborhood Shell Auto Care dealers, including Guy Laplacido's Old Toll Shell in Farmington, Richard Aranki's Shell at Woodward and Hunter in Royal Oak, and Ron Bernas 11 Mile and Lasser Shell in Southfield. Walker Russell on for the Pistons.
That substitute there is a good substitute because what Chuck is doing is making sure John Long doesn't get another foul. And Kelly already in foul trouble. I think Isaiah has 3. Can't afford to get one of his other top offensive players into deep foul trouble going into this last quarter.
Then he's shooting the first free throw, and Payne gets it to go. Second, no, but he's got the rebound. Up again over Hanslick. He's bumped as he shoots it, but no call, and he misses, and the quarter's over. Oh, on Friday it's going to be TGIF for more reasons than one. After 3 in Denver, 113-108 Nuggets. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
And it's time for the Kim Subaru pick. Each home game, a Kim radio listener attempts 1 shot from the free throw line.
Fourth quarter here in Denver. It is 113-108. George Blaha and Dave Bing with the Pistons and the Denver Nuggets. Well, we double-checked our stats, and we don't have John Long with a perfect night anymore. He has 11 shots in a row, which would negate any run of the Piston record, which we've been talking about tonight. And the Pistons are trying to talk about Tripucka's 4th foul. But I don't think they're going to get that changed. Starting the 4th, Benny Johnson, Isaiah Lambier, Curitin, and Tyler. And Denver loops it low to English, up and in again.
Once again, it's a lack of communication from the weak side. If you're going to vacate and you don't have help behind you, you've got to let your player know it. He'll play defense differently.
Lambier has it top of the key against Shays. Right of the lane to Tyler in the paint to Benny Johnson, up and in over Dunn. From hip or not, and Dunn gets another foul.
I'll tell you what, Dunn's got his hands full tonight.
Now that particular spot on the floor worked out well. Benny Johnson completes the 3-point play. 115-111, 11 and a half left. Hanslick on the wing to Dunn, moves up right of the lane and out and back in again with a jumper. Used the glass. It's 117-111.
This is where the Pistons really need to play good team defense, because you really only have one really good offensive player on the floor for Denver, and that's English.
And the Pistons go down low to Curitin, lays it up and in. Got the pass from Isaiah, and he's fouled. Well, they'll trade 3 for 2. You'll catch up fairly rapidly that way.
That's a very good eye contact there between El Curitin and Isaiah. Curitin really pinned his man, posted him down low. Isaiah saw it and took advantage of it.
Kenny Denard, who's fought and won a battle with cancer. Now his 3rd year in the league, missed a year because he was sick. He is on to forward for Denver, the man from Duke. And Curitin completes the 3-point play. He has 8. 117, 114, 11:02 to play in the game. Hanslick runs it down the lane, throws up an air ball. Denard can't hold the board. Rob Williams finds it. Left corner Hanslick, jumper from there. No. He can shoot jumpers all night if he likes. Tyler outlets to Isaiah. Pull up in the paint. Nope. And Shays rebound. Nice outlet to Rob Williams. They are 3-on-2. Baseline to English, up and in.
Nice and easy.
119 to 114. 10.5 to play in the game.
Switch hands. Switch.
Isaiah lobbing it low to Curitin, and he is fouled by Denard.
And what the Pistons are trying to do right now is isolate Curitin on Denard, because that is, without a doubt, a mismatch. Key situation right now, Georgia. That's a 3rd foul already on the Nuggets. The Pistons really got to still take advantage of that.
Try to clear it out for Isaiah on the baseline. He misses. Curitin follows, blocked and pulled away. English looks at forecourt. Hanslick. Bounce ahead to Denard. Blocked from behind by Lambier and out of bounds.
Good play there defensively by both big guys. Shays blocks on one end and Lambier blocks on the other. Good job. What Denard did, I think, the reason he got that shot blocked is he didn't keep it into his body. And he exposed the ball, put it up in the air, and that allowed the defensive man the room to block the shot.
Hanslick goes in the right corner to Shays on top Denard. Baseline Williams back to foul line for English, and the jumper is going to be short. Tyler boards it. Up to Isaiah, and the Pistons go to work with 9:48 left, down 5, 119, 114.
Unless they're going low, I don't know why they're running plays right now, because they can get almost anything they want against Denver.
John Long forces over Hanslick, no, and Lambier tries to follow, and he's hit.
Good job there by Billy, and that's the 4th foul on the Nuggets, and we got 9:36 left in the game. John Long misses one of the rare shots that he's missed tonight, but Billy Lambier, with very, very good position on the offensive glass, gets it and is fouled and is going to the line for 2.
Shays has his 3rd, and as David said, that is the 4th team foul. Pistons don't have any. We have 9:36 left. Pistons down 5. Lambier at the line.
Now, offensively, George, what the Pistons must do, if they're going to run plays, everything's got to be down low. If they don't run plays down low, they really got to push the ball up court to put a lot of pressure on Denver.
Billy will send the second in a moment. He got it. 119, 115. 9:30 left. Denard on top against Lambier. English goes to Issel, who's trying to be checked by Curitin. Big Dan down the baseline, and he's got some contact and a Piston foul. It's on Earl.
A little ball fake was what got Earl off balance. As soon as Issel got the ball, being a great offensive player that he's been all of his life, he gives a little pump ball fake right there that gives him that one step that he needs. He's 35 years old. He's been here 14 years, but he still knows how to get free offensively.
He probably knows just a little bit more than he can do even, but sometimes that'll help on it.
The old feet and the old body won't work with the mind sometimes.
Then you got to figure out another way, and I think he's done that pretty well. This is the first free throw and gets the second, splits the Parrots a 5-point Denver lead. 120, 115, 9:20 left. Isaiah working against Williams. Sideline to Long. Back to Isaiah, pump fake on Williams. Goes up the high glasser, coming down the lane, it's good.
Old hang shot there by Isaiah Thomas. Good play.
3-point game now. Denver has the lead in the ball. Williams against Isaiah. Top to English, to Hanslick. Boy, they're moving it around well now. Denard has it now to Issel, right of the lane, up and in. And Isaiah hits the floor, but there'll be no call. There'll just be a hoop for Issel, who has 25. 8:48 to go. 122, 117 Denver.
They really got to try and make Denard. Good move there by Isaiah off the pick, but they got to try and make either Hanslick or Denard shoot the ball.
Isaiah got his 23rd and 24th point just now. Issel left the lane, blocked by Lambier and Curitin, picked up by Isaiah. Down the lane to the hole, knocks over Hanslick. He had his hand in the air, and he's going to the hole.
Good move as Isaiah gets the ball on the break, keeps his head up all the way. And once he feels the contact by Rob Williams, even though he was way away from the basket, he continued on in, let you know that he's really matured. He knew he got fouled instead of passing off and not getting an attempt at the basket. Well, it would have been 1-and-1. That's the 5th foul. He went all the way in. He's going to get 2 free throws.
Isaiah gets the foul on Williams, his 5th. Now we have Vandeweghe, Issel, Hanslick, English, and Evans out there for Denver. Isaiah at the line misses. Don't forget the first 4,000 youngsters this Saturday. If they're 14 and under, get an action poster of Isaiah, compliments of Converse. Pistons and Celtics Saturday. Isaiah Thomas poster night. Isaiah misses another free throw. And as they scramble for the rebound, Lambier gets the foul.
Free throws are hurting the Pistons this quarter,
Yeah,
George.
they are.
Yeah, they're shooting right around 50%, I believe, for this quarter.
And Denver calls a timeout. 8:21 left. The Nuggets lead 122 to 119. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Just about the time we double-checked to see if John Long had missed any shots. The scoring crew here in Denver, the official scoring crew, brought along a corrected sheet saying he was 9 for 13 in the first half. Those are the misses. You can still call the Piston offices at 338-4500 and get $3 off on a 1050 seat for the Saturday nighter against the Boston Celtics. Heck of a deal when the green comes in. 122-119. Salespeople on duty now. Denver with the lead. They try an alley-oop. Doesn't work. Here comes Isaiah on the run. Isaiah stop and go, dribble, drive, off the glass, good.
I'll tell you what, that young fella is a tough player. Just lulled the defense to sleep on a little stutter step, a little hesitation, and took it right back in.
Oh, it's a one-point game, Dave. 122-121 as Vandeweghe pumps and goes by Curitin and misses. And Tyler rebounds. Terry looking for help, keeps the dribble. He is stripped from the blind side by Evans. What I was afraid of when he turned and looked the other way. Evans drives and lays it in.
Well, he was looking to give it up, but what he has to remember is pick it up, put it in both hands and protect it. That was a big play there by Mike Evans.
Isaiah trying to spin on Evans or get a pick from Lambier. Takes from the lane, turnaround done. Good off the glass. What a play by Isaiah.
Mike Evans is being introduced to one of the premier guards in the NBA today.
And Mike's just panting right now. He can't keep up with him. Isaiah has 28.
I'll tell you, that was an awfully tough shot, but he's a great player. He's a great athlete.
1-point game. He can tie it, and he does. 2 Bit says he doesn't miss any more free throws the rest of the night either. He's missed more than he normally does, and he gets so tough down the stretch. 7:18 to play. We're tied at 124. English in the paint for Denver. Throws it up and in.
Well, that looks like it's a lucky shot, but that's a shooter's touch. Alex English. He's been doing it for years now, and can't attribute that to luck.
7:03 left. 126-124 Denver. Isaiah trying to get an Evans pick, rolls left after faking right to the hole, gets the foul.
It's a good call there by the official. Mike Evans, he's arguing, but there's no sense of arguing because he's getting eaten alive.
That's
best
right.
Best thing he can do is be quiet and sit down.
Evans has 5, and Isaiah with 29 points will go to the line.
He had a choice there. He can argue about fouling him or let him go ahead and make the 2 points. Either way, I think he's going to get the 2.
Ooh, that's another free throw. Well, I put the whammy on it.
He's got to stick in there. He's got to stick in there and get a little more legs in it. He's playing a lot of minutes. He's tired. Now he goes down good.
This is another, and Issel rebound. I hope those don't come back to haunt the Pistons. 6:50 left. Denver by 2. English working against Tyler on the way. On top, Evans. Back to Issel. His long gun goes from the way. Denver by 4. 6:38 left. 128-124. Isaiah left hands across the timeline.
One thing the Pistons are doing very well right now is isolating, playing the pick and roll.
Isaiah going down the lane and scoops and misses.
Zone, I think.
We got a zone defense call against Denver. That's their first warning.
We have an illegal defense warning on number 23.
That don't make any difference in this
Tyler inbounds it to John Long. Over to Isaiah. Handler switched on him. He'll take him to the paint, flies it up and in, and he had to go over Issel too, and he gets it anyway.
No matter how big they are, it doesn't matter who's guarding him. When he's hot, he's hot.
128, 126. Pistons within 2 as English tries to spin. It's stolen by Isaiah, restolen by Handler.
Handler was in the right place at the right
Sure
time.
was. Vandeweghe down the lane, and Isaiah gets knocked over, but Vandeweghe gets the call. Or
He's calling that on Earl Curtin.
called on Earl. Nevertheless, Kiki gets the call and goes to the line.
Isaiah was in pretty good position there on the help out, but Earl, out of position, used his arms to really kind of push Kiki and give him a little nudge right into Isaiah.
Curtin just his second, Pistons third, and Kiki Vandeweghe scores again.
Well, Denver has a very good team in there right now, George.
Vandeweghe misses the second. He has 39 his season high. Isaiah rebound. Pistons down 3. Isaiah at the line. Fires no. Long at great position on Dunn. Gets the rebound. Takes him in the lane. Dump it down to Curtin with a miss. Earl follows, and is he hit? Vandeweghe fouls it.
That's a good play there by John Long. Earl missed the easy one inside, but he stuck with it, got it back, and it's foul. John Long isolated after the offensive rebound. Got cut off in the middle, threw it right down. As Curtin was cutting down the middle, he got fouled on the shot and going to the line.
Earl gets the first, so it's a 2-point game. Yeah, they called it on T.R. Dunn. Vandeweghe is the one who fouled him. They're going to change it now, I believe. Well, Borgia and Hall are talking it over, and we got a timeout. 5:42 to play in the game. 129-127 Denver. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Piston attendance has skyrocketed this season. They're averaging 13.5, ranking 5th in all of the NBA. They expect their 3rd straight crowd of over 20,000 Saturday when the Celtics come to the Silverdome. You can call 338-4500 now and save $3 on a 1050 seat. Curtin misses the second free throw. 129-127 back from the Nuggets. Vandeweghe fires, fills it. It's now 131-127, 5.5 left.
Boy, you can't give him any room at all.
Lambier works between the circles. Issel backs off. Right in the lane to Isaiah. Hanslick in to try and check him. But Duke is going to come back for the final 5. Isaiah gets it in the corner to Tyler after a pass to Curtin, and Terry gets it down.
This quarter, George, each team really is shooting the same. 7 for 13, 54%. So the Pistons really are starting to pick up the pace, but they've got to do a little better at the free throw line.
131-129. 4:54 left. Vandeweghe over Curtin, and it counts.
Now the official blew the whistle. I want to see what he does here.
They blew the whistle for illegal defense, did he not, or for a foul away? Then after that,
he was saying no basket. Now he changes his mind and says the basket is good. Disregard the first call.
is that what he said?
Yep.
He's a beauty.
That's 43 for Vandeweghe.
Yep, back we come. Call or not. I hope the regular officials are enjoying their sit-ups this week. They ought to be back at work. They got their money. 4:44 left. John Long comes down the left, fires it up over Dunn, and he's fouled.
Dunn's asking for some help that he's not going to get because he surely fouled John on that.
Dunn is just fouled out.
Hanslick's in trouble. No, they say Evans he's got 5, and I'm wondering if he's the guy got to come back in. They got to go right at him. And the fans are giving Dunn a hand. I don't know whether they're glad he's sitting down or what, because he gave up a bundle tonight.
John Long at the line. Not a a basketball left. It's a 4-point Denver lead with 4:41 to play. John's had a great one. And he hits the first free throw. 133 to 130.
I don't know John's all-time high with the Pistons, George, but he's got to be getting very close to it.
He could be sneaking up on it. We'll check his high. His second free throw goes. 133, 131.
I hate to say it, but defense is going to win this game.
Right now, Pistons got to get up tight on Denver. Livingston's back in the game. So is Kelly. With 5 fouls. That's really figured it's now or never. English foul line over Livingston misses. And right now we got a Livingston foul.
That's English missed the whole basket, and I think Joe Borgia reacted to that. It's kind of tough angle from where I'm sitting to see whether or not Cliff really fouled him, but I don't think Borgia was in a good position either. At any rate, because the ball drew nothing but air, a foul was called, and that's the 6th foul on Cliff Livingston.
John Long's career high is 41, by the way, so he is within striking distance with 4:23 to play. 133, 131. Denver has the lead. English at the line, and he hits the first free throw. English has 23. English has 24. 135, 131. 4:20 left.
Can't afford to trade baskets. I want to see the pick and roll right here.
Isaiah loops it down low to Lambier, gets it back to Tripucka, goes back to Billy with a 10 o'clock turnaround. Initial air ball knocked out of bounds by the Pistons.
Too much congestion down low. Too many players right in that one little area, George, and nobody had any freedom to move.
Hanslick sends it to Evans and gets it back. English takes Puritan baseline and guns and gets it. Now it's Denver by 6, 137, 131. 3:50 left. An important trip down for the Pistons. Isaiah with the ball against Evans to Puritan. Bounce to Tripucka. Nice pass low to Lambier. Fouled from behind by Issel as he turns and misses.
Danny got his head down and he's disagreeing, but he knows he fouled. Body, arms, everything. He made the mistake of letting Billy get a very, very good position down low, and he's behind him, and there's nothing he can do with it.
3:40 left. The Pistons trying to do something about a 6-point Denver lead. Lambier gets the first free throw. 137, 132. He has 15.
The whole key, George, they got to stop Denver a couple times down the floor. Denver's smart. They're going to keep the ball in the hands of that front line, which is devastating.
The second is a miss, and Issel boards it. It's a 5-point lead for the home team with 3.5 left. Evans with the basketball. Holding it high, and now away from the ball, we got a Piston foul. It's on Puritan.
Puritan right there, he knew English. If he got the ball down in the paint area, he was at his mercy. So trying to keep him from getting down where he wanted to go, he pushed off, and English is going to the line, 1+ the penalty, with a score 137-132 in favor of the Denver Nuggets.
And Alex misses the first free throw. Pistons can use every miss by the Nuggets when they get one there. He doesn't miss the second, so it's a 6-point lead. 138-132. 3:25 to play. Isaiah to forecourt. Working to Long. Back to Isaiah. 3 on the left is Tripucka. Fires, fills it. Kelly with an important hoop. He has 18. It's now a 4-point game. Now let's see what they can do about checking it. English on top against Puritan. Right side Issel. Lambier flying at him. Misses. Long rebound.
Got to get it to the middle of the court right now so he can have his options.
Now looks at baseline right to Tripucka. They get on him. Vandaway in his face, and Kelly gets it down.
Kelly moved his feet on that, really trying to get himself squared off at the basket, and the fans reacted to it.
And it's 138-136. The Pistons back to within 2:49 left. Timeout Denver on the Pistons Basketball Network.
Seconds to play. Remember, you speak of Adolph Rupp, one of the great names in college
34 seconds left. The Pistons are down 2. Denver's got the ball.
That could come back to haunt them right there.
English, top of the key against Curitin. Goes off to Hanslick to Vandeweghe. Turnaround gun. No over Long. Curitin's got the rebound. 20 seconds left. And the Pistons will call timeout.
That was not a good shot right there, I don't think.
No.
You know, he's hot. He's been playing extremely well, but the clock really, the 24-second clock was not running down. He probably could have worked the ball around for another 4 or 5 seconds and gotten a little better shot.
Let's give a special thanks tonight to our TV remote facilities people and our crew from KWGN TV in Denver. Our director is Lou Personette. Our statistician, by the way, tonight, Arlen Freeblood. And CTC, the easy computer method of buying Piston tickets, is now called Ticket World. Get tickets at any price range the easy way at any one of the over 40 Ticket World locations throughout southeastern Michigan.
George, the textbook play right here is going to be interesting. With 20 seconds to go in the game, the Pistons down by 2 with the ball. Obviously, they got to score to put this thing into an overtime or get a three-pointer and try and win it. But if they score too soon, then that could be a problem also, because if there's more than 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock when they score, then Denver's going to have a chance to win the game. So it's going to be an interesting situation to see how they run this offensive series.
20 seconds showing on the clock. The scoreboard shows plenty of points. 145 to 143 is our score. That's 288. This is the second year for the Pistons Backcourt Club, a booster club of Pistons season and many season ticket holders to join the club and get in on the Backcourt Club activities called the Piston offices. All kinds of noise in Denver. Lambier and Curitin and Long and Isaiah and Tripucka for the Pistons against Issel and English, Evans, Hanslick, and Vandeweghe for Denver. The Pistons have the ball, trailing by 2, 20 seconds left.
Execution is going to be the key. You've got to execute this play right.
Kelly will inbound. Vandeweghe trying to stop the throw-in. Gets it to Isaiah near midcourt, nearly fouled by Evans.
They're going with a pick and roll.
14 seconds left. Isaiah still on top. Back by Hanslick. Comes back down left to left. Baseline for the jumper. Over the hole. No. Lambier follows. Hits from behind by English. With 6 seconds to play, he'll go to the line.
Borgia really wasn't sure after he blew the whistle whether he did the right thing. Now, English, I think, blocked the ball clean with his hand, but it may have been a foul down low with the body. Isaiah drives baseline going left, tries to force contact, gets it up, misses. Lambier does a good job. Looked like it could have been a good block, George. I don't know, but we need all the breaks we can get. Billy has to score these 2 free throws, though, and he misses.
Oh, he pulled it way short on the first one. That's pause 10 for a station ID. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
The Pistons may have to wind up fouling as soon as the ball comes in if Billy makes this shot.
They call a timeout instead. We have 6 seconds to play. It's still 145 to 143, and the Pistons have called a timeout. Puts another big man in, Richard Anderson at 6'10", to go with Issel at 6'9". Hanslick is 6'7". And Lambier will go to the line. Boy, it is noisy in Colorado. He bangs it off the iron. Isaiah rebounds up and in with 4 seconds to play. Wow.
That play was set up very well by Coach Chuck Daly. I think he caught them all by surprise.
We'll be right back with the final 4 seconds of this one on the Pistons Basketball Network.
Holy shit!
George Blaha and David Bing welcoming you back to Denver, Colorado. Isaiah Thomas rebounded an intentional missed free throw by Bill Lambier. Went in the trees and got it to fall, and we're tied at 145.
I'll tell you what, George, you really got to take your hat off to Chuck Daly on that.
Great
really
call.
yeah, very, very great call. That's one of the things that I don't think anybody in this place was ready for it.
And now Denver will get it at half court, but they get a full 4. And they got some people who can fill it up from long range.
Well, let's watch Kiki in particular.
Hanslick to Evans. Evans jumper. No, he fakes it. Goes to Issel on top. This is it. If it goes, it doesn't go. And we got overtime in Denver. Issel misses at the horn. And at the end of regulation, our score, the Pistons 145 and the Denver Nuggets 145. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. And we got one going here in Denver. 145, 145, the Pistons and the Nuggets. Pistons trying desperately to bring home one win off the road trip. They have lost 3 they could have won. And I think in 2 cases, they should have won. Now they're in a situation again where they've gone to the wire and come out, this time tied, after holding Denver in the final 4 seconds, thanks to a Dan Issel miss on a well-conceived play. Went to the top of the key. Issel can score from there, but he just plain missed.
And what they're doing, Denver that is, Doug Moe, they've taken Dan Issel out. They're probably going to rest him for a minute or 2 and bring him in for the stretch run the last 3 minutes or so.
Shays goes in at center with jump center to start the overtime. Shays comes to tip to John Wall, wins the ball. Off to Isaiah. They're going to play 5 more in Denver. 145, 145 is our score.
Coming off the side, Jay. John!
Up the jump. Off the heel, no good English. Up it comes to Evans to Vanderway. They work it to English. Double ball to Shays. It was knocked away from the blind side by Isaiah. And we got a call. It is on Isaiah.
And Isaiah did the same thing that he was supposed to do, coming from the weak side. He's been the only guy that's really done that. There's a good pick there by Shays. And Isaiah came in from the weak side. Looked like he may have gotten ball, but once again, the officials are right on the play, and they call a foul. Shays hits the first one.
Danny Shays' free throw makes it 146, 145. He has 5. 4:31 to play in overtime. He has another. So it's 147, 145 Denver. Isaiah right hands the forecourt against Evans. Goes on the winger to Puritan. English gives him a lot of room. High post to Lampier. Cross court to Tyler. His jumper goes.
That play surprised me. I didn't think they'd go to a jumper to Tyler in that situation, but he didn't let him down. Nothing but the bottom.
Right. 4:07 left. Tied at 147. Again, good miss and a rebound by Jerry. Down low, Vanderway chipped away and scored.
Good play there by Danny Shays on the offensive rebound. Pistons relaxed. Vanderway kept moving and got the easy pass to the layup.
He only has 45. Tyler up and in over Vanderway. Terry's got it going now. That helps. 149, 149. They got to play some defense now. 3:40 to play in overtime. English against Stewart. Goes to Jake. Wins on right here. On top of Hanson. Short. English, but he turns, fires, and pulls it over Stewart.
Tough shot there. What the Pistons got to do is sag off Hanslick, Shays, and Evans. The guys that they really got to keep from getting the ball and overplay is Vanderway and English.
Right. 3:16 to go in overtime. 151, 149 Denver. He's all in the paint. He's still from Isaiah. This is his shot, but Lambert's got the rebound. Back it goes to Terry. Back to Isaiah. The shooting quickly. Plays 24. 3:05 to play in 02.
To be the pick and roll here.
Isaiah got Lamberт out high to set a pick. Bounces cross court to Tyler. His jumper kicks off the line.
Too bad. Denver did a good job defensively there. They ran Hanslick at Isaiah, so he had to pass the ball.
Evans inbounds to Hanslick. Goes to Vanderway right down the baseline. Over Tyler's fingertips. Misses. And Puritan rebound. Up to Isaiah behind the back. Now drive by Harris. And Evans to the What a play by Isaiah. He has 39. It's 151, 151.
Just an average night's work for him.
I guess so. 2.5 to play in OT. Hanslick has the basketball. Goes on top to English. Pump fake and a move on Puritan. I don't know why these guys, sometimes it makes me wonder, George, with a head count.
got to get the ball.
153, 151. 2:12 to play in overtime. Isaiah with the basketball and 11 on the clock. Goes in the paint to Tyler. Turn around. No, but there's a whistle.
Good play there. Vanderway hits him on the elbow. Terry's going for the line. He's going to the line shooting two. 153, 151. Nuggets, 2:05 left in overtime.
That is Vanderway's third person, so he's in no danger. Kapuka, who is in danger, is five, about to come back in, and Tyler goes for the line. Terry gets nothing but net on his first. 153, 152.
That's hurt the Pistons in the second half.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to play in this period.
And they would have won in regulation. Anyway, gets loose down the lane, runs it up and in. So it's now 155, 152. With 150 to play in overtime. Isaiah looks against Evans. Pistons down 3 in overtime in Denver. Isaiah down the lane. Hook on the run up the high glass. No, Hanslick rebound. Well, Lambier had about 2/3 of the position underneath, but no other Piston had any, and Hanslick got there. And now Denver's up 3 with the ball with a minute and a half to play in overtime.
Run out a little bit of time right now. That's all timeout right here.
157, 152. We'll be back in a moment. 1:24 to play in overtime. Denver 157. The Pistons 152. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. George Blahan, Dave Bing with some of the superstars of the NBA, certainly some of the super scorers. We've had some excellent individual nights here. Overtime in Denver, the Pistons and the Denver Nuggets, 157, 152 is our score. Don't forget that third trivia question is still coming up.
George, some unbelievable shooting from the field for Detroit in this last quarter in the overtime period, I believe. Detroit's 14 of 22 in the last quarter for 64%. Denver's 12 of 22 for 55%. Free throws was atrocious, though. 47% for Detroit and 67% for Denver.
Pistons down 5, 1:24 to play in overtime. Kapuka triggers to Isaiah, thinking about a three-pointer, throws it up to the top. Oh, up goes tapped up, no, by Colbert, back up, and he is hit, and he misses. A minute and 18 to play in overtime. 157, 152. Salespeople still at the Piston offices to take those orders since we're in overtime. But $3 off a 10:56 Saturday night. Madeline Hazy mans the phone.
Miss right there by Tolbert. And the OT 71%. And there's another miss.
Lambier had the rebound, but is pulled away by Vanderway. Isaiah ties up Vanderway. 1:16 to play in overtime. It's Denver by 5. The jump at the Piston foul line. Denver takes a timeout. 157, 152. They lead it to 1:16 showing on the clock in overtime. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Here's our third and final trivia question. 3 people who answer tonight's questions will qualify for the drawing Saturday night to win a 6-day, 5-night trip to London, England, staying at the Sheraton Heathrow and flying on British Airways. Mail the answers to all 3 questions to the Piston offices. They must be received by Saturday at noon. Trivia question number 3 is, what is the Pistons' all-time largest crowd? What's the biggest Piston crowd in history at home?
George, in the OT, free field goal percentage, 5 for 7, 71% for Denver, 2 for 2 from the line. The Pistons, 3 for 7, 43%, 1 for 2 from the line. Great individual performances tonight. Kiki Vanderway, 47 points. English, 37. Isaiah, 39 points with 15 assists so far, and John Long at 37 points. Seen it all.
Vanderway jumps Isaiah. Isaiah really tapped the ball, but English control. Stripped away. picked up by Lambier. Down to Tolbert up the high glass door. 157, 154, and Isaiah falls on Evans in back court and holds him down.
Impending. I think he's going to call it on Isaiah.
Isaiah gets his fifth.
I'll tell you, this is crazy. Tolbert makes the basket, and after the basket, and Isaiah was trying to give the foul.
Finally got it. With 1:06 now to play in overtime. Just a three-point game. 157, 154.
And Doug Moe is up off the bench trying to get an explanation from the officials as to what's going on.
But English comes down and shoots a technical. Must be a technical foul on Isaiah.
I don't know. Really need an explanation.
158, 154, and away from the ball foul.
Now why did English? I don't understand why English shot the foul.
Hanslick inbounds to Vanderweer, goes to Evans. They'll just try to run it down there with a minute left. When Isaiah took the ball from the official, that may have been a technical, but they didn't shoot any free throws. I don't think that's the case.
Crazy shot. Yeah.
Evans throws up a crazy jumper. We got a crazy 45 to play. 4-point game.
Need the three-pointer.
Isaiah from the top for three. It's through. 158, 157. You ever seen one like this? 38 seconds to play. And Tolbert gets a foul on English in backcourt.
Tolbert's upset with himself right now, but it may not be that bad of a foul.
Right.
You know, the English got to hit both of them. That'll put them 3 points up and give it to Isaiah again. A lot of pressure to put on him. That was his 42nd point.
We have 37 seconds to play. We have a 1-point game. An astronomical score up there, 158, 157.
Yes, it is. But we knew it was going to be a battle coming in, and it winds up being a very good foul.
English misses the first free throw, folks.
George, I hope this isn't a double overtime, I tell you. I started out early this morning out here. This time change got me.
Well, at least one thing, you can't fall asleep with a wild one like this. Here's English's second. He got that one, so it's a 2-point game. 37 seconds left to play, and the Pistons are calling a timeout. Time for us to tell you that Madeline Hazy is still standing by with the rest of the salespeople at the Piston offices at 338-4500 to take your ticket orders for Saturday night. You get $3 off, you know, on a 1050 seat to see the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas is such an incredible competitor, Dave. There are moments when he is such a competitor that maybe what he does, he wishes later that he wouldn't do. But not tonight. He has been everywhere, done everything. He wants to win so badly.
I agree with you. He's a joy to watch. Not only does he have talent, but it's obvious that he enjoys playing the game. And fundamentally, you know, I know he came up from Chicago. He grew up in Chicago. He went down and played with Bobby Knight for a couple of years. The young man is so fundamentally sound. He does everything well. I don't think he gets enough credit, in my opinion. You know, everybody's talking about the superstar status that he's achieved in such a short period of time. But, you know, you can be a superstar because you can score points or because you got statistics or whatever. The young fella plays the whole game. You know, as an ex-player, I really enjoy seeing him play. And I can't say that about a lot of players. And I don't say that because he's in a Detroit uniform and I'm here doing the color. But I really enjoy seeing him play, and I'm very glad he's in Detroit.
Well, I know one one thing. The two greatest guards ever to play for the Pistons are in this building, and the greatest is sitting here, but the young fella's done some magnificent things already just in his third season.
Yes, he has. He's going to get the ball again right here, too. It's got to be in his hands.
This right now is the second highest scoring game in NBA history.
I know somebody scored 170-some points years ago. Whether it was Boston or whether it was Philadelphia, I don't know. But that could be one of your other trivias.
Yeah, for some other time. They're a long way behind the San Antonio-Milwaukee game, which was 337 points, 316 in here. Trapuka inbounds to Lambier, gets it back. Kelly on a double team, fires it up off the glass. Yes! We are tied at 1:59 with 31 seconds left.
Should be a timeout right here so that Denver can set up and get something easy.
Hanslick working against Long. 25 seconds to play in overtime. We're tied at 1:59. A 20-second timeout taken by Denver. Just a reminder about the Super Home games coming up. Boston Saturday, Dallas on Tuesday with Mark Aguirre and Jay Vincent. Then Friday, the Doctor and Moses. Friday, that is the 23rd. Doctor and Moses and the 76ers. But this road trip has been, David, and I know you haven't seen the first three, very, very exciting. Nothing like this, but there have been some good, well-played, exciting basketball games, starting with the Golden State game. It's the Pistons dropped by just one.
One of the important things on a trip like this, obviously you want to come back winning. You don't want to get shut out. But I think the coaching staff has to be somewhat satisfied with the way the guys are playing. They're competitive. They've been competitive in every game, but they still have to get better defensively.
20 seconds to play in this one. All even at 1:59. 20 seconds to play in overtime, that is. Just 8 on the Denver shot clock. Now 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the clock. Bissell sets the free, and he misses. The Pistons have 5 seconds to play now. Isaiah wants to go to the hole, does, and scores. They run it off.
That's the right call. It is the right call. I heard the horn sound before it left his hand. I hate to say it, but it's the right call.
We're going to have to play another overtime.
2 seconds. Those of you watching the telecast can see it. The clock is now at 0, and he still has the ball.
Oh, my. We'll stay here. 1:59 is our score after one overtime. We'll be right back on the Pistons Basketball Network. Well, as we start overtime number 2, you're now watching and listening to the second largest scoring game in NBA history. And Chuck Daly made a magnificent call to give the Pistons a chance to send this thing to overtime. Early on, when he had Lambier miss a free throw intentionally, Isaiah got it back up and in, but that seems like a lifetime ago. We're set to start the second OT.
I think the coaches got together and wanted to make these officials work a little harder tonight, that's all.
Shays is in at center for Denver. Colbert jumps for the Pistons, and it's out of bounds, and the Pistons get first possession.
Once again, Doug Moe is taken out. Old Man River. Dan Issel is saving for the last 3 minutes.
Trapuka inbounds to Isaiah. Back it comes to Kelly. Fires it up. Fills it up. Great clutch jumper, and it's 161-159. Pistons. Trapuka with 25. Danny Shays goes to the hole, runs over Kelly and misses.
Oh, please!
Oh, I don't know about that. Kelly.
Is this a Trapuka foul? No, it's a Lambier foul.
I don't know if that was a good call or not.
Might have been. Billy was moving. Kelly was not. Shays hit them both. 4:44 left in the second overtime. Pistons by 2. Shays at the line. Has it the Pistons by 1. 161-160.
Danny Shays out of Syracuse, son of a great all-time All-Pro Dolph Shays. I saw Danny as a high school player and on into his collegiate career at Syracuse. Really has come around to be a pretty decent player. Thought he'd never really pan out.
Another free throw there. It's tied. John Long leans from the right, but that's a long go. And Vandala lost the rebound. Trapuka found it, and he fills it up off the glass. Pistons by by 2.
Great hustle there by Tripucka.
Evans trying to hurry up the forecourt. It was great. They go to Hanslick with the basketball. Shot clock at 15. The Shea's on top. Cross-court Vandeweghe. He's 22 away. Over Kelly. Missed it. Great position though for English. Right back up and in. Nobody home underneath except Lambier. 163-163.
Ray Tober's got to do a little better job.
I guess so.
Spotting, positioning.
41 fingers. Tripucka from the corner. Comes out no good. They're tied at 163. Denver in a hurry. Hanslick to English. 3:48 to play.
3 seconds!
Long run right lane. Got it. 165-163.
Denver's not wasting any time. They get the ball back in the forecourt. They're looking at the basket.
Down long with a pick from Colbert, and English shoves Colbert back in the wall. Can't shoot, so he goes to Isaiah. Shot clock at 15. Isaiah fires it up over Evans. No. Colbert half position with the rebound. Shot over him to Hanslick. And now Denver's got the ball in a 2-point lead. Evans works between the circles. Goes to English against Colbert. Back to Evans. He can feel it. He's hot. He guns it, and he's out of range, and Colbert rebounds.
Pistons need to score here, George.
Isaiah will work against Evans. Isaiah to Colbert to Tripucka.
Tripucka gets credit for the 2, but Lambier gives him assist with a very, very nice pick.
165-165. Are you ready for this? 2:40 to play in the second overtime. English backing down on Colbert.
Oh, Jesus!
And hitting the floor, Lambier and Shays, they were tangled up. No foul is called. 2:30 to play in the second overtime. Denver by 2. Pistons are tired. Isaiah. Kelly, thank you. Good. Boy, could he shoot them when they count.
Kelly's not tied.
He isn't. You're right. He has 31. We're tied at 167 with 2:10 to play in the second overtime. And the way goes on the line to Evans on top of his steal by Colbert. English falls. He might have traveled.
That's a good act right there by Alex English. He really hadn't beat Ray Tobert that bad, but he tripped. He wasn't on balance. And once again, because he is who he is, the officials give him the call.
We have 2:04 to play in the second overtime. Colbert's 4th, the team's 2nd. Nothing on the Nuggets here in the second OT. 3 puts you in a penalty.
Let Kelly know that he's clear.
Vandeweghe goes and a clear out against Kelly and gets it off the glass. He got a bump too. Tripucka's lucky he didn't get his 6th foul.
That's lack of communication. The back man got it to Kelly. He's cleared out. Then Kelly has got to force the play where he's got help.
Kelly baseline left the pump fake. Draws contact. Guns it. No.
Goodbye. Goodbye. That's the 6th on Evans. And Kelly forced the contact. I don't blame Mike Evans for being upset, but the officials have made some tough calls all night long.
Evans fouls out. Denver leads 169-167.
Tough situation now as Rob Williams comes off the bench. He hasn't played probably for the last 25 minutes, so he's a little cold, I'm sure. And the Pistons should go right at it.
Kelly can make this the highest scoring NBA game ever if he gets both free throws.
Depend on it.
Got the first one.
Depend on it.
And he can tie the game, which is much more important. It's 169-168. The second on the way for Kelly Tripucka. Got it. You were right, Dave Bing. It's 169-169. And you are watching and listening to the highest scoring game ever played in the NBA.
They got to overplay English and Vandeweghe. That's who they're going to keep. They're going to keep the ball out of their hands. Sag off and everybody else and make sure we make the ball. That's pretty good play there.
English tries to get it down to Shea. Knocked out of bounds by Lambier with 5 on the shot clock.
Right, this is a very, very important defensive series here. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Hanslick inbounds. English baseline jumper. No! Tripucka rebound!
That's a good defensive play there by Isaiah Thomas, who came from behind English, bothered him.
And Isaiah will whip the basketball against Rob Williams, who's cold, but at least not tired.
You got to get it to Kelly. There it is.
Back to Kelly. Kelly guns it. It is off the glass. No! And Hanslick rebounds it. 1 minute to to play in the second OT. 169 our score. Hanslick, long gone for Denver. Off the iron, no to John Law. The Pistons looking about a 4-on-3 break. John down the lane. Right corner, open is Trapuka. Fires, knows it. Pistons 171 and Denver 169.
They need a timeout so they can get the Issel in the game, but I don't know if that's all that important right now because he's cold.
And even Trapuka is exhausted. We got a timeout with 41 seconds to play in the second overtime. The Pistons 171, Denver 169. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. At Rocky Mountain High in Denver, Colorado tonight. 171-169. The Pistons lead the Denver Nuggets. This is the highest scoring game ever in the NBA. We have 41 seconds to play in the second overtime. Nuggets ball.
That's great. They're in the history books.
Hanslick inbounds to Rob Williams, almost knocked out of bounds slickly by Isaiah. But Jess Hall finally saw that Isaiah touched it last. Inbounds pass goes to Issel, who is back in the game.
Got to run some time off the clock.
And on the floor in the paint is English, and Issel throws it up after that and gets a basket. It won't count, but we are going to get a Pistons foul. Trapuka's out and third kill's on. For defensive purposes, and third kill gets the foul.
Right now, that was a foul to give. Now, the Pistons got to make sure that they run about 10 or 15 seconds off the clock. They've got to play good defense for that long so that they can get control of the ball for the last shot to win it or to put it into another overtime.
Williams goes to Issel. Back it goes to Williams. 16 in their shot clock. 27 seconds to play in the second OT. Williams' shot is up and it's short, and Hanslick and third kill are tied up now, and they'll jump it up. We have 24 seconds to play in the second OT. Also, there'll be 24 on the shot clock.
And the Pistons really need control of the ball right here. Control of the ball, they can win the game, I think.
Some third kill, out jump Hanslick.
He better.
We'll see. Hanslick wins the tap easily. Out to Williams.
I don't know if they're going to take a quick shot or not.
They don't have a shot clock, and Long knocks it away from Hanslick, but we got a whistle and a foul. That may be just as well.
Yes, it is. Just the point I'm getting ready to make. Even if he makes both of them, the Pistons got 17 seconds to either win the game or send it into a third overtime. I tell you what, these guys are going to need a lot of oxygen after this game, George. I tell you what, they're going to sleep well if they sleep at all.
Hanslick hasn't scored tonight, David.
He's a pretty good free throw shooter. I'm just trying to wish bad luck on him, man.
Nothing but net on the first try, so it's 171. 170.
Good substitution right here to get Kelly back in the game. Third kill will probably come out. They got to keep the ball in either Isaiah or Trapuka's hands.
Pistons still have them. 171, 170. Hanslick second. And they don't have them anymore. We're tied at 171. The Pistons will talk it over. We'll be right back. 17 seconds to play. When we come back, the Pistons will have the ball. We're tied at 171. Do you believe it in Denver? This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
Well, if they ever had a chance to win it, they got time and round. They got to run it down. Somebody, the referees were going to decide the game, or they're going to make the players. If they were the regular refs, you probably wouldn't get much of a call unless it was late. Who knows what these guys are doing?
They got to go. I would really clear and set. I'd go with the pick and roll. In the very last minute, I get there and get out of there so they can't double team Isaiah. But you got to go to the basket. Don't run a jump shot, 'cause you got to go to the basket. Even if he gets an offensive foul, he's got to look to it.
George Blaha with Dave Bing and the Pistons and the Nuggets, 17 seconds. They've already made history. The highest scoring game in the history of the NBA, and the Pistons got a nice shot at a win. They have the ball with 17 seconds to play in the second OT. That'll be a shove by Isla, but they don't call it.
They got to take the last shot of the game. They got it in the right guy's hands. Then they got to clear it out and let him go to the basket.
7 seconds now. Now 6, now 5, now 4, 3, 2 at the horn. He fires. No! Another overtime. We got to play one more in Denver. 171, 171. The Pistons and Nuggets after 2 OTs. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
That was good.
You're getting some basketball for your money tonight. You get a good deal for your money come Saturday night, too. Call the Piston offices now at 338-4500 and get $3 off a 1050 seat to see the Celtics. Madeline Hazy and the rest of her salespeople are on duty. Call right now, 338-4500. We're starting the third overtime with the largest point total score in the history of the NBA.
George, you know, I don't mind working, but this is ridiculous. I don't think I work this hard when I play.
We start OT number 3, tied at 171. George Blaha and Dave Bing. Happy to keep you up late. And the Pistons Pistons lead 173 to 171. Nuggets have Hensel and Rob Williams in the backcourt. Richard Anderson goes up around the knees with his pass to the foul line, cross court to Williams, back on top to English, starting down the lane on Gary, got a hand on the shot, but it fell away. That's the shooter's coach. He's got 45. Vandaway's got 49. It's 173, 173. Overtime number 3. 4:16 to play. Finney on the baseline. Finney comes. Bounce down low to Shea. Partially caught by Tyler. And Terry hits the floor. And we got a whistle and a Tyler foul. Right now, I see him raising his hand. I think he wants to come out for a breather. I'll tell you what, George, you got to admire these guys because, you know, I'm biased in my opinion, obviously, but I think basketball players are the best athletes out of all professional athletes because it takes so much. You know, you're talking about strength, endurance, quickness, agility, and the ability. And these guys here tonight at Mile High playing the 4th game of the road trip. 3 overtimes. Unbelievable. It is incredible. And Danny Shays, who scored all of his at the line, makes it 174, 173. Denver 175, 173. Hits the second two. 4 minutes to play in the 3rd overtime with the largest scoring lead in the history of the NBA. Gary Cowley, the foul line, double for the Pistons, throws it up. We're tied again, 175. Rush up for Denver, gets off the Shays, who does walk the ball, and hands it out of English. Now the wing for Williams, down the baseline to English, got the wing out again, his own rebound, back up with it. Well, that was just a look when I found bounds, but he got it anyway. 177, 175, 3.5 left to play in the 3rd O2. Everybody's tired. John Wall included. As John gets it to Tyler, side of the lane, long gun. No, and the rebound is ripped down by Anderson. And now with Denver up 2, they come on the attack. 177 to 175. 3:10 to play in the 3rd overtime. Anderson against Puritan. Pass in the corner for English, knocked out of bounds. Denver plays it. They have 8 on their shot clock. 3:03 to play in O2.
Can't let Denver score right here.
That's not. Hanslick inbounds to Williams. Shot clock at 6 as they go back to Hanslick on the wing. Now 4, jumper on the left. No, and Benson's got the board. Up to Vinnie Johnson to Long. Hands it off to BJ. Working against Rob Williams between the circles. Good cross on the baseline to Long. Fires, fills it up. John with 39. We're tied at 177. And we have 2:36 to play in the 3rd O2. Rob Williams goes baseline on Vinny. Gets triple teamed and he's fouled, says Jeffrey Hall. The foul is on Benson. Isaiah returns. Vinnie Johnson comes out.
2:31 in triple overtime. 177, 177. 12 minutes to 1, Detroit time.
And Rob Williams misses a free throw. That's even more important. So it's still 177, 177. Tyler out. Exhausted. Tripucka on.
Terry does a good job as he comes out, and Tripucka and Isaiah back in on this sequence down the floor. A good substitution.
Williams hits the next, so we could avoid an overtime now. We're off the tied-up digits. Denver 178, the Pistons 177. Isaiah to fourth court. Goes on top to Benson. Lob it to Kidd. Hits off the glass over his outstretched fingertips. Vandaway with the rebound.
And a tough to jump right now. Everybody's tired.
Williams falls down the lane but flicks it off to English just in time. 2:08 left, 12 on their shot clock. Vandaway down the lane. Contact from Puritan and a foul.
On a pass off.
Earl's got the foul. Denver has the lead. You ready for the score? If you just joined us, it's the highest scoring game in the history of the National Basketball Association. 178-177 Denver. They inbound it to Williams. Against Kelly. Kelly's got to be careful. Takes some baseline. Misses the shot. Out of bounds off Denver. Pistons ball again. 1:54 left.
Pretty good help out defense right there. And maybe it's because they're tired and they really can't move, but they play pretty good position defense.
Isaiah goes to one. Baseline play. No. But Curtin keeps the rebound alive. It comes down to Shays and Curtin and Long. And we got a foul that's on Benson.
And I think they will be shooting this one. Shot goes up. Good play. Good shot by John Long. Shoots it a little too hard. Benson gets a little over-aggressive on the rebound, which you can't fault him for, and he fouls Shays. Shays going to the line, and he's been shooting extremely well there tonight.
.141 left to play in OT number 3. Denver 178. Pistons 177, making 179, 177 as the second goes.
I'll tell you what, George, as people read the paper tomorrow, they're not going to believe it.
And here is the it is in and out, knocked off the rim by Curtin. Pistons got a break there.
Now, I think it was a little below the rim. I don't think that could have crawled back up in there.
Kelly, low to Lambier, and he's fouled.
Good play, good pass by Kelly, good position by Billy Lambier.
We have 1:31 to play. We have Denver up a deuce, 179, 177. And we have Billy Lambier at the line. He hits the first one. He did some rim action and he got it. 179, 178.
Tell you what, I feel a little bad for these officials. I really do, because they're the only ones who really haven't been able to get substituted for.
Lambier gets the second same way. Kicked and finally fell. We're tied at 179. 1:30 to play in the third overtime. Handling on the wing against Wall.
Now screen.
Have the ball. Williams got it now. Now Ingrid's got it. Look out against Stewart. Go down the right of the lane. Hooks it up on the run. Lambier's got the rebound. Way ahead to John Long. He will drive and go.
Good move. Good move. Kelly ran interference very well there. Got away with it.
181, 179 Pistons. Here comes Williams to full court. The hands up between the Sixers against Long. Shot clock at 15 seconds. Here it is. The ball's at the line. Isaiah takes it away. Isaiah up and in off the glass. 183, 179. And now Denver has to have timeout. We'll be right back. 54 seconds to play in OT number 3 in Denver. The Pistons 183, the hometown Nuggets 179. This is the Pistons Basketball Network. Welcome back one more time to Denver. where Isaiah Thomas has just given the Pistons a 4-point lead after a steal from a fallen down Bill Hanslick. Denver's got another shot, but we only have 48 seconds to play as Williams works the wing. Goes to Hanslick. Down deep English. Shot blocked by Lambier. And Kelly's got the rebound. Great block by Billy.
Yes, it was, and that should do it. The Pistons got to run the whole clock down. They got to run the whole clock down. Just spread the floor.
Isaiah wants to spread it out now. He's being hand-checked by Rob Williams. And Williams tries for a steal, and finally we get a whistle. And Williams will be charged with a foul, and he will foul out.
I don't know if they got any more guards over there. Maybe Doug Moe's going to have to suit up. Doug Moe wanted to be remembered as one of the greatest offensive coaches. I think the way his Rockets have been playing since he's been out here, you got to consider him with that award. Isaiah Thomas is very happy now. I think these guys feel that they've got this game in the bag.
Hit that first free throw to make it 184-179.
I hope they've got it more than they do, I tell you.
Second by Isaiah also goes. 185-179. 27 seconds left. You know Denver's got to throw a three-pointer up. Issel will try it from the top. It spins out, no good. Vinnie Johnson tips the rebound to Tripucka, who saves for Isaiah.
Good night.
16 seconds to play. This party's almost over. Isaiah trips and falls at the timeline, and Denver gets another chance, but it's really a prayer now. They are down 6 with 14 seconds left. Carter, the rookie from LSU, to Hanslick, to Vandeweghe. They let him go to the hole for 2. 185, 181. He goes over 50. Vandeweghe has 51 points. The Pistons inbound to Isaiah, who just holds it, and Hanslick fouls him.
Hanslick's upset because the official didn't call it soon enough. 2 more seconds elapsed off the clock.
Hanslick is now fouled out. Down will come Isaiah. There are so many heroes on this Piston team tonight. Everybody who played did the job. Isaiah hits the first free throw. It's 186-181.
Pistons showed a lot of guts out here tonight, George.
Isaiah hits his toe, spins off on the second, this will rebound it. In the forecourt for Anderson, his shot at the hole.